What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, It is your boy, Trey Sense. And listen, we got a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. But before we get into that, need a little something from you. Like this video, share this video, and if you haven't already, sub to the channel. And man, can we have a moment of silence for the passing of the homie, one of the best musicians ever, Frankie Beverly of Frankie Beverly Maze, passed away. And hold on, let's get that moment in. All right, just a small little moment of silence. Many of you don't know this about me, but I am a huge music lover and a huge music fan. I was raised by my stepdad and my mom, but my biological dad was a huge music and fragrance nut as well. That's partially where I get it from. Was a huge Frankie Beverly and Maze fan. Now, he was shot and paralyzed when I was a young guy, like maybe just a few months old. So he had a van that, you know, people drove him around in. And one of his favorite artists was Frankie Beverly and Maze. So I just feel like, you know, if you get an opportunity today, or whenever you see this video, why don't you go to YouTube and search We Are One and bump a little Frankie Beverly and Maze, because that's my jam. We Are One. With the state of this country right now, I just feel like We Are One is a beautiful song, and, you know, understand why we treat each other oh so bad. But here on this channel, we are one. So let's get to it. Let's talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fragrances that I think are great for the fall. Now, I just did a video similar to this. That was more of a low budget type of video for those who, you know, like to keep their fragrances on a budget. This one is a little bit more upscale designer. All right, let's get into it. The first one I want to talk to you about is from the house of Carolina Herrera, and it is CH Man Privé. Tacky bottle with this part, just that part. The rest of the bottle is fine. But the juice. A little bit leathery, a little bit sweet, a little bit gourmandy, a little bit boozy. Great for the cooler evenings, but still has enough playfulness that you could pull it out in the daytime and wear it. Good little office scent. Just a nice, sexy, cuddle type of scent, which is, you know, that's what you kind of want to do in the fall. You be pushing them off all summer long because it's hot. Or they be pushing us off. But in the wintertime, they be wanting us to come keep them warm and put their little toes up under our legs. Or maybe it's just me because I'm a big boy, but that's what they be trying to do. They want to stick their toes and stuff up under me. Hey, I don't mind. I'll keep you warm, baby. But anyway, nonetheless, this is a great fragrance to wear at this time of the year. Date night approved. Really any occasion that you want to do. If you got to go to a fall wedding, I think this would be perfect. You can rock it, you can dress it up, you can dress it down. Just a very versatile fragrance from Carolina Herrera. That is CH Man. The next one I want to talk to you about, as I've already done a little spraying and a little testing, it's from the house of Bulgari. And this is Bulgari Man in Black. And I like this one as well. It seems like when this one first started hitting the rack stores and places where we could actually afford it, seems like it was drawing a lot of comparison to Spice Bombs, and I can see that. It does definitely smell like something from the Spice Bomb line, whether it's Spice Bomb, or Spice Bomb Extreme, or any of those other Spice Bombs. I can see that. I had this, and I traded it, I want to say to JP, but then I purchased it back from Cheapo. Actually, I purchased the CH Man from Cheapo as well, but the Fragrant Life, for those of you who don't know who Cheapo is, the Fragrant Life, my boy Keith Crook. But this is a nice fragrance, great for this time of the season, this time of the year as well. Nice little date night fragrance. It's warm, it's spicy, it's inviting. A lot spicy. This is one you may want to watch your sprays on. Don't go 7, 8 to 10 sprays of this. I would keep this between 3 to 5, maybe 6 sprays at the most. Place them strategically, maybe one on your chest, wrist, back, and then mid-torso. And maybe hit yourself on the neck or something, but I wouldn't overspray this one because I could see it being irritating to somebody that is sensitive to fragrances. Now me, I can spray 60 sprays of this and be fine because I'm built like that. I am him when it comes to fragrances. So, but that's just me. But nonetheless, that's what you get with this fragrance, is a warm, spicy, seductive fragrance that says, come cuddle with me. Great for you guys like myself that love wearing sweaters and hoodies. Perfect scent right here. And that is from the house of Bulgari, and it is Bulgari Man in Black. This next one is from the house of Paco Rabanne, and it is 1 Million Royale. And I like this fragrance. I'll tell you why I like it. It's got a little bit of everything in there. It's got a little bit of a blue twinge to it, which I'm gonna say is maybe ambroxan. Very playful, youthful. I know it's part of the 1 Million line, but I do pick up hints of some of the Invictus fragrances as well. I don't know if they have the same designer, but I know they're from the same house, so it wouldn't be uncommon to pick up a little bit of little hints of other fragrances from the house. And I pick up a little bit of a hint of Invictus in here as well. Little cocoa, little chocolate, just a very nice, well-made, playful fragrance that I think is good for this time of the year. Now, unlike the other ones, it's not one of those that's spicy or gourmandy, but I think the sweetness would make it a really good scent to pick up and wear on a nice, cool evening. From the house of Paco Rabanne, it is 1 Million Royal. All right, moving along. This next one, and I love this house. We won't go into whether it's niche or designer. I really don't even care. It's a good fragrance, but it's from the house of Guerlain. And I think these are discontinued, and I'm trying to get as many of these in this bottle as I can. From the house of Guerlain, it is L'Homme Ideal, the EDP. And I know I purchased this one from JP. So what we're gonna do here is put a little spray on right there. Great atomizer, nice, and it's just like it looks. So I know you guys have been around fragrances a while. When you see this color, you know, first thing that comes to your mind is gourmand, boozy, and you would be correct. This is really, 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 really nice. Really, really nice fragrance. But I'll tell you what's cutting up, that 1 Million Royal. That 1 Million Royal is really cutting up. That is a good fragrance. But we're here to talk about the Guerlain right now. It almost has sort of a minty, medicinal type of vibe to it. Again, just a hint of spice, but the spice is minimal on this one. It's not as spicy as the CH Man, or definitely not as spicy as the Bulgari, but it's a hint of it there. But what comes to mind with this one is just that kiss of citrus that runs underneath it, mixed with that kiss of gourmand. And again, it's just another one of those fragrances that just has that it factor. To me, this is one that I would definitely dress up a little bit. I could see this being worn with a nice sweater, nice pair of jeans, and a nice pair of khakis. And again, I said dress up a little bit. The important thing to a big boy like me is comfort. So I try to look nice and be comfortable at the same time. But this is one of those fragrances that I think you could pull off with a nice sweater and a nice pair of khakis or a nice pair of jeans. It's just got that it factor. It's very subtle. It's very subtle, but that citrus and whatever that is that's giving it sort of a minty vibe play very well together, and you're gonna pick up wafts of both of them. From the house of Guerlain, it is Guerlain's Ideal L'Homme EDP. This next one is one, I think it's a stellar fragrance. I think it's a great fragrance. I think it's a fragrance of high quality. And I appreciate them because they made the words big enough for old people to read. So from the house of Robert Graham, it is Valor. Do y'all remember this one? Y'all remember this gem? Man, this is a good one. Come up here on my arm, son, where I know I haven't sprayed. That's nice. That's nice. Really well-made fragrance. And I have two of the three. I have Valor and Courage, I think. I don't have Fortitude. Or maybe it's Valor and Fortitude I have and I don't have Courage. I'm missing one. But I have this one and one more. And this is just a nice warm fragrance. I want to say that's some type of nut in there, hazelnut. I'm not real sure, but something in there gives it a nice, sweet, woody vibe. And the thing about this fragrance right here is you don't hear anybody talk about this. You don't hear anybody talk about this. You just don't hear anybody talk about it. Robert Graham is definitely a designer, but this is a very high quality fragrance. It was rumored to be discontinued, but it is not discontinued. You can still, I want to say you can still even pick it up from the Robert Graham website, but I know you can get it from places like Mercari. The guy over at Making Sense purchased this for me, and I paid him and he shipped it to me because they were popping up at Marshall's for like 30 bucks. And for $30, this is a steal. Honestly, for $70, this is a steal. It's a good fragrance. It's that good. But anyway, think warm, think woody, earthy, very earthy. It's a warm, woody, earthy type of scent. So if you like that type of scent, like maybe you're going to be outside, you know, again, we mentioned fall weddings, or maybe just going to your, you know, grandson's little league football game or whatever, or you just, you know, doing something outside and you want to wear this, bam. I think you would hit the nail on the head if you chose this one. That's nice. From the house of Robert Graham, it is Valor. All right, guys, I got two more. One you didn't know I had because I didn't tell you about it when I got it. This next one was one I had to get in my collection. Could not wait to get in my collection. It is from the house of Polo, and it is Polo Red Parfum. I think I have Polo Red. I have Polo Red Intense, Polo Red Extreme. I have Polo Red Cologne. I have Polo Red EDP, and now I have Polo Red Parfum. Yeah, I got me a good little spot. And this one, I don't think this fragrance gets the love that it deserves. I don't think this fragrance gets the attention that it deserves. Man. Does it have some of that Polo Red sweetness in it? Yes. Does it have some of that Polo Red playfulness in it? Yes. But it's a little bit more dressed up, a little bit more grown man, and a little bit more mature. But yet, when you smell it, you still get just the right amount of sweetness, which again is what makes me think that is a good fall time scent, because you can spray this on at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. and be good either way. And I think that makes a huge, 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 huge difference. That's really, really good, man. I think Polo did a good job with this one. I don't think Polo as a whole gets the love or the recognition that it should. Because if you just sit back and you think about Polo, and it's kind of like music. We were talking about music earlier. Kind of like music. Everybody talks about Usher. You know, the younger kids, they love Chris Brown. But everybody forgets about, to me, one of the baddest dudes to do it, and that's Maxwell. And when you just sit back and you think about Maxwell's catalog, you just like, yeah. You know, when you just stop and think about it, you're like, yeah, Maxwell been doing this for a long time. Good. He's been good for a long time. That's what Polo, to me, that's what Polo as a fragrance company is. Yeah. Polo been doing this for a long time. When you think about Polo Sport, when you think about Romance, when you think about Romance Silver, and then, you know, then coming forward, then you think about, you know, they kind of put us onto the blue game with Polo Blue, and they really ain't stopped. Safari, the original green Polo. I mean, it's, you know, Polo, they've been doing their thing. But I like this. I think it has just enough playfulness to get you through the morning part of it, and just enough depth to get you through the later days and the evening and the nighttime. But definitely a great fragrance. Polo Red Parfum. And last but not least, and one that you didn't know that I had, as I scratched my old gray beard, one that you didn't know that I had, because when I got this one, I didn't do a haul video because I feel like people are tired of seeing my haul video, so I didn't do one. From the house of Viktor and Rolf, it is the new Spice Bomb Dark Leather. As I almost dropped this big old grenade. Okay. Gotta find a spot to spray that I haven't sprayed. It's gonna be hard with 7 fragrances. And that's the Polo. I think I can spray right there and be just fine. Okay, very wide distribution for those that care. And this fragrance is exactly what you think it would be. It's exactly what the name says it is. It's Spice Bomb Dark Leather. It's exactly what you get with this fragrance. I think I need to pick up infrared EDP, maybe, or infrared parfum. I didn't get that one, and I still need to pick up Night Vision EDT. Now, I recently smelled Tom Ford's new ombre leather, and as a matter of fact, I got a sample of it. Still have quite a bit left in my sample. This is better. This is way better. Now, I'm not saying that this is better than the original ombre leather, but I'm saying this is better than the new Tom Ford ombre leather. I really like this fragrance. It's got just the right amount of leather, and when you smell that leather, you smell the spices along with it, and that just makes it a really nice fragrance. The leather is very subtle. You will pick up on it, but it's not, you smell the leather, but it's not like it's not like it's the main player. I mean, it is, but it isn't. You definitely smell the leather, but you smell the spices in it as well. And I think that's what makes it a little bit different. I guess the key word for this fragrance would be balanced. It is a very, very well balanced fragrance. And I recommend it. It's a good one. And I think if you bought this now, you could wear this fall on into the winter, and even on the colder nights of spring. So if you were to buy this now, this is one that I think you would get a lot of plays in the rotation with this one, because it's just fixing to come into that season. Especially if you work in an office, it's very professional. It's a very, to me, it's a nice refined scent. I really like this fragrance. I really like this fragrance. Again, is it the reinvention of the wheel? No, but we're not gonna reinvent no wheel in Fragcom right now. It just ain't gonna happen. It's just not. I think it's all been done. It's just different variations of it. So, this definitely is a niche quality fragrance. And again, when I say niche quality, I just mean the scent profile of it is very, very well. It doesn't smell like a low-end designer fragrance. It smells like what it is, a high-end designer fragrance. Now again, I am one that thinks a true niche fragrance doesn't fit in the run-of-the-mill fragrance world. I just don't. I think Amouage, I think Zoology, I think like that. I don't think Parfums de Marly when I think niche anymore. I don't think Creed when I think niche. 8 and Bob, yes. Again, Amouage, yes. Zoology, yes. Companies like that, I think, when I think niche, that's what I think about. But this is a high quality fragrance. Leather, spice, and that's what you get. I've yet to give this a wearing, as it hasn't quite been cold enough when I'm out circulating, again, because in the evening time, I'm at work. Daytime, I'm at home on chill. So maybe this weekend, maybe I'll get out some at night and get to reach for that. But it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. And it's definitely going to be one of those that you're going to be able to wear it fall, into the winter, and then into the spring. But again, just think a really leather-based fragrance with the leather being subtle and the spice running underneath the leather. That's what you get, a leathery spice bomb. Just like they said, spice bomb, dark leather, bada bing. That's what it is. Spice bomb, dark leather. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here and get situated because I've got to get ready to go to work because I got to make me some money and all of that stuff. So, yeah, 7 fragrances from my collection that I think you can rock this fall. The upscale designer version, if there's a such thing as upscale designer. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here. Listen, I love you all. And thank you all so much for being the best part of my channel. It means the world to a old country boy like myself. So I love you all and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.